Hey, darkness is just gonna be a theme for a while, I'm afraid. Um, and I'm not sorry. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. It's just what it is right now. So, how was my day? It was okay. Um, it wasn't like dreadfully bad or anything. In fact, the only real point of contention in the day was Dad noticed that Coco's face was swelling up a little bit again, and they just went right ahead and took her on. The doctor kept her overnight. Um, like it hadn't gotten bad yet, but like this time, you know, the doctor was like, "All right, there's something in this ear we have not found, and I am going to find it." So, we haven't heard like exactly if or what she found, but we do know that they sedated Coco and like just really got in and cleaned out her ear. They flushed it a few times, but like, this time they like really got in there. And there was a lot to get out apparently. But we'll know more about that soon, I guess. Um, Other than that, just continuing to play Tales of Vesperia. Uh, I finally got. I know for sure I'm past where I was before, and I thought I was coming up on an end game first time. I was wrong. There was a whole nother act past uh, what I thought was leading up to the end of the game. Like, no, that was just the conclusion of the massive second act. It's like, I don't know for sure if this is how it is, but like, I do know that the next one's the last one because I did some looking because there was some in-game looking things that weren't opening up, and I was concerned I was going to miss them, or was wanting to know if maybe they're only available on New Game Plus or what. And it was not like the content of this was not really spoiled for me. Like I don't know how it's going to play out. It didn't even spoil like everyone was nice and vague about how much was left, thankfully, or exactly what was left. But they did give an idea of how that it's not going to be. If you consider the game in quarters, uh, the first act was like one quarter. The second act was the second and third quarter, and maybe a little bit more than that. And then this last act is going to be short-ish, but there's a ton of side content that's opening up in this act, so that should be fun. I am still enjoying playing it, honestly. Um, the story is more interesting than I remember. Um, not that I remember, like, not that I remembered it being, fine. I remember, like complete, totally fine. Not earth shattering, not game changing, not stellar, but good, good, solid, you know, and that's holding up for the most part. I'm surprised how few of the twists I remembered, knowing I got past them. I am surprised. Granted, it's been I think nearly 10 years. Actually, yeah, if I remember right, it's like 10 years next month. But, still, for the amount of the landscapes and that kind of thing that were like immediately triggered. Oh, I remember this when I saw them. A lot of the plot points, a lot of the bigger plot points, I hit them and I would go, no, I don't remember that at all. So like visually, a lot of the places were like remembering song lyrics to a song you haven't heard in 10 years, but only when the song comes on. But story wise, it hasn't really, like a lot of it. Nope. Even the really early stuff. So that's been fun. It's kind of like, it's kind of like I get to go back to it a little bit informed as far as the gameplay, like knowing what to expect and being better at it without. And since I don't know any story, it's almost like I'm playing a sequel or something. Because so that's been interesting. But because of how I didn't finish that sentence, because of how little of the gritty details I have forgotten. And then after this, my plans are to go back to Phantasy Star Online, which I imagine will play out about the same way because I think it's been even longer since the last time I played that game. Given it's a console generation behind, I still played it on the 360, but like the version I'm playing is the PS2 version, so I can't remember what the time difference between the 360 and the PlayStation 3 was. Anyway, so yeah, I want to go back and do that. We'll see if it sticks, and by that I mean we'll see if the save file uh, manages to not screw up this time. But yeah, that's been my day. Um, yeah, I will catch you all tomorrow.